Hey guys, good evening and welcome to another video. Today's topic is going to be on whether or not XRP, formerly known as Ripple, will overtake Ethereum in market cap. Now, what we've seen over these last few days is just absolutely exuberant price action on Ripple. The volume on Binance and the USDT pairing went from, I think, like 10 million to 130 million. So a lot of this has to do with the fact that they just announced a partnership with PNC, which is the ninth largest bank in the US. They're particularly active on the East Coast, near New York and around that area. There's other areas, but if you look at a map superimposed of their locations, they seem to be very strong in that area. But does that justify adding billions of dollars to their market cap? Fundamentally, of course not, but we're not talking about stocks, we're talking about cryptocurrency. And what we've seen with XRP is with that announcement of such a huge partner in PNC, and developments happening with XRapid, which, if you don't know, Ripple has a ton of partners already, like multi-billion-dollar companies they're working with. They're helping Western Union, they're helping RBC in Canada, they're working with MoneyGram, so they already have those partnerships. But what is happening with those partnerships is they're using Xcurrent, and Xcurrent is just their messaging system. It's an encrypted messaging system for banks to relay payment messages to each other, essentially. It's similar technology to what Swift is already using, but a little more advanced in terms of the cryptography they use, or so they claim. With XRapid, you have a system which uses XRP, which is the digital asset that they sort of build on top of. A lot of people harp on Ripple for not being, XRP, sorry, for being centralized. And in essence, it is, in that it has that sort of single point of failure where if, Ripple, the company, ever went under, I don't think XRP would have much of a future. They claim otherwise, but I think they just say that. However, the protocol itself is seamless, frictionless, and can allow thousands of transactions per second right now, can scale massively. So in terms of an open ledger being maintained by banks, there is a use case there. And with XRapid being developed, that requires the use of XRP. So you're finally starting to see the potential development or potential use case of the XRP token. That was one of the biggest criticisms of Ripple, was that they're a billion-dollar company sort of fostering this billion-dollar digital asset that no one was really interested in using. They just wanted that Xcurrent system. So with the developments of XRapid and having a top 10 US bank committing to use Xcurrent, by the way, PNC has not spoken on to whether or not they will use XRapid, but Ripple is hinting that they're going to have quite a bit of usage in October. And actually, we have the Swell conference coming up, being headlined by none other than your boy Bill Clinton. So who knows? Maybe they'll announce some stuff there. I'm sure they'll have something in stock. But will they overtake Ethereum? I don't think so. Not this time, guys. It's happened before. And again, Ethereum's taken a beating, so it's not like it's the same kind of achievement as it was back in January. But what you have to realize is that we're getting to a point now where this news is priced in. Now, you could have said that back in December when Ripple went from being like 25 cents to 50 cents, 2x'd, and then it proceeded to go to like $3. So obviously, Ripple is one of those momentum movers. It has a lot of steam that can get behind it. However, we're not in the same situation market-wise as we were in December. We're still on that downward trend, with Bitcoin being the asset class leader. And with that, we need to take a different mindset with our price targets and where we think things are going to go. So I think, when Ripple went up the other day, it went up 20%, and today it was up almost 50%. So you're getting to those frothy levels. You're getting to those levels where if you think you're going to buy in and make profit, there's people who bought in 2 weeks ago, institutions who bought in, and trust me, they're going to be selling to you. So be very careful with what you do. And again, guys, you have to look at them in different ways. Ripple, another criticism that it receives is it's sort of, why is just a liquidity network for banks worth that much? Well, first off, that's a trillion-dollar industry if it can actually get adopted. But XRP isn't just used for sort of replacing the escrow and Nostro accounts of the global finance of banks. There is other use cases to it. If you look into Coveted, which is their DApp platform that they've been developing for years, XRP is essentially going to be the coin of that network. So there are other uses with it. And again, guys, they have some really top of the line guys working for the company. They're working really hard on oracles and getting sort of bridging that gap between legacy and like new world cryptocurrency solutions. They're ahead of anyone else in terms of that technology. And David Schwartz, now actually the CTO of the company, formerly chief cryptographer, is a genius beyond, he's up there with the greats in the space. He's up there with the Vitalik Buterins and whoever Satoshi is. He's top notch. That guy. So yeah, guys, is it going to overtake Ethereum? I don't think so. I could wake up tomorrow and maybe be wrong, but I don't think this time. Ethereum has a lot of fundamental developments coming in its own way with the scaling technology that's being built. We're still, could be a year away from that, but average into good projects, and you'll do just fine. Own some XRP, own some XLM. If you want to get into that sort of global remittance / banking infrastructure, you want to have that decentralized application platform that actually has mass adopted within the industry. Buy some Ethereum. Don't put all your bags in one basket, guys. Play it safe, play it smart, and you'll do well. Anyways, guys, have a nice night. Stay safe. Cheers.